Hello, guys. Let's try this again. Had to have Steve make me a little something to sip on, that's for sure. There was a family situation that I needed to give my attention to during the time. Nobody's watching. I'll explain in a minute once other people log on. I don't know if anybody can even see it or not. We're gonna try this again, and if not, then we're just gonna have to forego and try this another night. We'll see if it works or not. Hello, Roseanne. I'm glad that you're popped back on. Part 3 for tonight. I'm sorry it took a moment. Well, I'll wait just for other people to come back on. And then I will explain why it took a minute for me to start the third live. I don't know what's happening. Every time she goes to exit out of the studio, she's hitting the end stream thinking it's just for her computer, not the entire live. And so she should be just hitting the duck head on the opposite side of the screen to exit the studio and to go back to the like the home page or whatever, where all of the different videos are listing, where you set up a studio, all of that kind of thing. So there was just a family situation that I had kind of seen scrolling on my phone that Beth knew ahead of time if I had to give my attention to that, that had to be my priority for a moment. But the plan was that she was going to that she was just going to keep the live going, telling her story, and I would just be off camera and off mic so that I could attend to the situation. Sometimes being mom of adults is hard. It's so much easier when they're little to just gather them up and snuggle, you know. It's just hard. But hopefully Beth will be on soon. We can go back and talk about other things. So I'm sorry, guys. Hold on just 1 second, please. I apologize. It'll be okay. We're gonna do this. Just need to take a deep breath for a second. I apologize. So, again, if I can't get her back on, then we will just go ahead and I will create something with some of the golem beads that I picked up earlier today. They're absolutely gorgeous, and I just had ideas popping off right and left. And it looks like several people were just kind of over the situation. But again, I apologize that it took me a moment to get the video going again. So just a situation with my son that it's okay.
Do you want me to see if that's in
Yeah.
color?
Did you get mine? I did not. She's mailing them out tomorrow, so it would have gotten to you at the same time, whether I took it, Rosanna, or whatever. And I couldn't get a hold of, again, the family situation. I didn't have time to get a hold of Vlad ahead of time so that she could pull it out and have it ready. But she said that she's going to be sending things out tomorrow. So Speaking of, her name is Marsha. Let me go ahead. Like I was saying, Vlad does ceramic beads and she does porcelain. And I'm not sure what the difference is. I said I was gonna have to do it. I'm gonna go ahead and show you if I see it right here.
Or not?
Sure. He's gonna call Beth and see. Where did I put it? Anyways, I found a beautiful pendant and some gorgeous porcelain beads, and I'm very excited to go on the road, take this show on the road. It's going to be so much fun. We're going to get to go and tour her studio. Her work is absolutely amazing. I just had it. Here's the bag that it came in. I put it to the side because I didn't want to show. Oh, here it is. Okay. It was like I knew I just had it. Here, I'm going to show you guys because it's absolutely beautiful. She's amazingly talented and she has asked if I want to do some like workshops, and of course she like met me and my local friends, not knowing that my local friends are all the way from here to Australia. So but I was like, we all joke and we all tease about like having a little get together or whatever. And people don't like to come to Arizona in the summertime. So flights and hotels and Airbnbs and everything like that are very inexpensive during the summer. So I thought it would be cool if like we could set up a retreat. Excuse me, I'm sorry. If we could set up a retreat or just like a 3-day weekend or whatever, we could rent a big Airbnb and all hang out and we could go over. And the first day we would get lessons and make the beads, and then she could fire them. And then the following day we come back, we can glaze them or paint them or whatever it is we want to do so they can get fired again. She said it would need to be like a longer, like maybe a 4-day weekend or something, um, so that all the firing can be done and so that you can take your pieces home. But I could mail them and just work it into the cost of the retreat. But she's amazingly talented. She is a member of the local Choctaw Nation here in Tonopah, Arizona. And her husband was so cute. We were like sitting there talking and everything, and I guess he's building their like a back patio and porch situation. And he's like, we've talked about it for a while, so give me a month or so and I'll build her a whole new studio that you can come and do these workshops at, which is just great. Okay, that's going straight to voicemail. So let me show you this beautiful pendant that I picked up from her. Absolutely gorgeous. I like saw it and I knew my sister spoke to my baby sister. Like she was 4 years old when Stephen and I got married. So we got married young, but not that young. So she's I think 15 years younger than I am. She's the last of 8 from my mom. But wolves and eagles represent a lot in her life. And it was funny because she's Native American. The man who chose to be my father is Native American. So she eagles were big with our dad. And then she really, as were wolves. So she's going through a health issue. And I just thought I'd send this to her and it'd be really pretty. But we sent her a text message and I was like, pick raccoon, bear, or what was the other? Fox. Because she had smudgers, and if you don't know what that is, it's a like little vessel that you put different herbs and things like sage and whatever else in, and you put it in there and you burn it, and then you use the it's called a smudge pot. That's what if I didn't already say that, sorry. And then they use it to like put on their face during like just traditional little times, or she sometimes likes to go on a hike out in the woods. She lives in Oregon, and that's like her mind clearing time. So it's great. And when our dad passed away, the hospital was amazing. And they contacted the facilities manager and said, turn off the fire alarms in this particular room. They removed the like heating cooling thing so they could open the window for her truck club that she's a member of, that were down below, to sing for him some of the favorite song. And then also so that we could do a sage ceremony where we just passed it around him while he was in the bed to talk. We also did a private one in the family room. So his nurses were amazing. So it was funny though, because she didn't get back to me right away. And so Steve picked the raccoon, which she later said, like, oh, raccoon. So he was like, I knew she'd like the raccoon, babe. And I'm like, we didn't even give her the wolf as an option. So this is actually a bead. And it's absolutely yeah, they go on a walkabout. Exactly. Exactly. You got it. But isn't it just so cute? So I'm excited to go back and to show you guys all of the beautiful things she has. I also got these, yeah, there's 6 of them, and these are just porcelain beads. And I'm just going to use these and some turquoise to make her a necklace. So I give her strength, and so that she knows that we're with us, or we're with her, and that we're supporting her. So it's great. These are at least 12 millimeter. They're not 10 millimeter. They're a little bit bigger than that. And the set of 6 is $18. When we go and are showing stuff, if there's anything you'd be interested in purchasing, just let me know. That is totally okay. The following week, I'm going to have her, or she's having, sorry. The Herd Museum is putting on a show for 3 days, and it's for various Native Americans, or some of them prefer to be referred to as, oh my gosh, come on, Heather, the indigenous people of the United States, which is completely understandable to me. So, you have to be a member of a tribe, and then you can go and you can, there are basket makers, there are weavers, there are people with beautiful dream catchers, there's jewelry that they're making, all kinds of stuff. I'm very excited to go. I will. Okay, Beth, I sent you the link on Messenger. Did you see that? If not, it's okay. I can just do a design and we can try this again. Maybe I'll have you on Wednesday night, so that people who can't log on during the day will get to see the interview that we do at that point in time, because you do have a wonderful story and I really want you to be able to share it. So, um, anyway, so we're very excited to get to go. This pendant, which is a cab, is $22. She has like animal ones that are like this big, if you wanted like the head of a raccoon, and maybe like 2 smaller ones up above. Or I think it would be kind of cool if you were to like have beads on one side and then have like the different animal beads stacked like that thing. Totem pole, sorry, totem pole. I think that would be a really cool like design choice. You're gonna buy a new laptop tomorrow. Baby, it's okay. Don't worry about it, mama. I got it. I know you were definitely, yep, we got it. We got you. It's okay. So I actually was, Maddox needed me, as I told you he might. So I was able to talk to him and everything else. So, but that's the only reason that there was a delay in me starting the live again, was because I was conversing with him. But don't you guys think that that would be cool to like do? And I don't know if you would like use this kind of pendant or whatnot. Maybe. I mean, it's beautiful. She also has um little like pendants, but they're like bowls, like the ones that you see them, the baskets you see them weave, or the bowls that they make, and they're actually pendants. And she has some that are beads as well. So gorgeous. So, as I said earlier, I've kind of challenged myself. I like to give myself new goals every year as far as jewelry goes and jewelry making goes. And so my one of mine for 2026 is to take risks and make chunkier pieces and pieces that are bright and gorgeous and can be layered, especially after watching Maisha's live yesterday and hearing from all of them that they started wearing jewelry because they had to wear a specific dress code for their corporate jobs. So therefore, they would use jewelry to infuse color and personality and things like that within their jewelry. So it's so I was like, oh my gosh, I never thought about it that way. And I recently up in my like for you or my YouTube scrolls when I'm logged into TT's Trinkets and Treasures, which I never watch content on because I have my personal one already has like the pro, so I don't have to deal with ads. But this artist came on who had a drop of the hat. Like, okay, you guys, she literally took a chair cover and turned it into the cutest dress that she ended up wearing to her cousin's wedding. It was beautiful, and she does stuff like that, and she likes really eclectic and out there, and she likes to turn like long statement necklaces into belts, but also wear them as necklaces as well. She's very totally artsy. I completely have been living vicariously through hers because she loves going to music festivals and like these things called Camp Fest where everybody goes out and camps and stuff. So, anyways, honey, please don't cry. I already did that. So, we will, and always dressed that way. And I love bold, different jewelry. Yeah, which is so awesome. And it made me think like, why have I never thought about that? Like, I have some big carnelian, the things that you put beads through, anyways, really big ones. And I was like, oh my gosh, with my macrame and stuff, why am I not making beautiful, like chunky chain necklaces that can also be used as belts and whatever else? And I was like, that's such an amazing idea. So, if you don't know, I get ideas about things that I don't think is in my wheelhouse. So I give other people, like I told Rosanna, I thought it would be really cool if she made some hair sticks that bridesmaids could put into their bouquet. And then after the wedding, they would have the hair sticks as like a memento, um, that, for the rest of however long they have it, they could also do that. So it's been a lot of fun. I like coming up with quirky little things, but yes, makes me dress for the crib. My mom was Carol Barnett, right? Exactly. Yeah, I love that lady. She's one of my favorites from that time period. They had the Carol Burnett show was a magical thing to watch. The things they were able to do is bananas. So, since we are going to be doing beads, I'm not gonna lie. The other day, one of the ladies, when I was doing the preview of my sale, she saw this on the desk and asked if she could just claim it right then. And I said yes. And look, all the colors are right here, like the dusty pink. There's the tan beads, the coral beads, and I'm just like, now I wish I hadn't sold it, but it'll be okay because it's beautiful. So let's see, what do we want to design? First and foremost, out of my first box, let me, babe, if you're still watching this, can you come grab my bargain bead box beads off of the shelf? We had everything cleared off my desk so that I could do the sale the other night. And so I don't have it right here. But I can grab it if he doesn't hear me. It's just on the other side of my desk on the bookshelf. Because I could totally use this and pair this with the rhodonite. So I think that would be prettier, but I'll go to this screen, but just swap the orientation so you guys can see better. But I think like this would be beautiful with the rhodonite and also kind of go into the whole fairy tale theme. Or I can pull out some leather and just design with one of these, just using leather and doing knots. I really like this yellow big piece one. So maybe we will work with this one. The other one I really like is this bright, like yellowy green, or chartreuse as it is known. So I did the made to order on the other 2 or 3 different butterfly sets that they have. So I'm really excited to get my NTO orders. Let's see, what leather do I have right here? Or I have waxed linen too. Because I have that. And I have this pink, this dusty rose color. So I could also crochet a piece and add something like this in, but I am serious about crocheting this into a mandala. I'm gonna have to go to Hobby Lobby or something and find all of these colors and create a mandala for them. You know what? Maybe I will make a necklace for my beading buddy. Because one of the pieces she sent me has the same design. It's just different colors. So I don't know. Would you rather get the beads as like a whatever, but oh my god. Yeah. Oh my god. It was the best. I love that. So okay, so it as a jewelry designer, would you rather get a thank you piece of jewelry or would you rather be sent the beads and make with it yourself? I never know about that. Because I've told Steve I don't want him going to K's or something to get jewelry for me. I would rather have good beads or art and pieces that the jewelry designers that are part of my life create because they're immensely talented. Okay, so where's that? Let me see. I have some leather. Leather would be a quicker project. This one is gray, not brown, but it could work. Oh, oops, what happened? Okay, seems like my extra camera. What is going on? It's now not showing up. Okay. Let me see. Let me try unplugging this. I'm plugging it back in. You stay right there, Pixie. You just turned around to look at me. No, I want you pointed down here, please. See? There I am. I'm hoping I will be able to add him now that that just happened. Because that means he's up. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's just not meant to be tonight, ladies. I might just have to pick this up tomorrow. It's already half an hour past time that we were supposed to be on tonight. So there's been just a lot of issues tonight, which I don't typically have to deal with. I wonder if there's something going on with StreamYard because mine isn't the only ones. So we will just have to yeah. I did get the cord fixed, so that's why I'm not sure why this happened. And I was going to I think well, there we go. I think it's plugged into my new USB card. Need help with your camera. This notification, no, I don't need. Just show me if it's there or not. And if it's not, oh, there we go. Pixie's back. I think. Maybe. I don't know what's going on with this. It's showing up. There we go. There we go. Okay. So I'm just going to pull off a long strand of this gray leather. But I think I want to use, because I'm going to use the gray. And this leather, I'm going to do it with this, and I will make hers later when I have more time. Oh wait, is this the cabochon? It is indeed. Well, I can use these. The two red beads. There we go. We'll use this. So I'm gonna pull out just under a full wingspan of leather, and then I'm going to cut it right like that. I'm going to bring it together in the middle. I'm first going to figure out how I want to do the pendant. Do I want the petals to go upward or down further? Also, the collection with the great big, I don't know what I'm going to do. I got it now. I got it. So since I'm gonna make one for Tammy later, as always, guys, anything you see on the show, unless otherwise stated, is available for purchase. These colors go perfectly. So, I kind of wish there were ovals in these beads because that would be great. No, I don't like those, but I think I like just going like this. And like I said, I could do like asymmetrical and kind of do it like that or not. I don't know. My pattern. So first things first, I'm gonna cut off a piece of leather that's probably 6 inches. I'm gonna grab a tube bead from up here, and at the very end of this leather, I want to create just a knot. Like I don't want any, I just want a knot at the bottom, and I'm just going to do a 2 wrap barrel knot. So, I'm just going to make a loop at one end, put the tube bead inside of it. I'm going to come up and under. I'm going to go once, and the second time I'm going to go towards my left hand. As I do it, I'm going to slide the knot in, or the cord into the tube bead, and then I'm going to pull this down, and I don't know why I made that loop down. So I'm gonna put it up a little bit more because I'm not keeping the loop. I'm gonna cut it off, so it doesn't make sense to use all that leather. Have this upside down. I just want to make like a little, it'll almost be like a like a knotted head pin, but in leather. That's what I'm going for. And I did it again. I think it'll be okay if I have more waste than I'm wanting right now. Okay. And through like that, pull the tube bead out and start pulling the knot tight. And then, as I said, I'm just going to cut off the end. I'm going to use a pair of my junky cutters so I can get in really close. I'm also going to cut this off, but I'm going to wait to do so until I've glued this, which I'm going to do in just a moment. At the bottom, you can see the undyed natural color of the leather. Rather than using a Sharpie, I prefer to take my thread burner and just kind of tap, 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 because we want to tan it. We don't want to burn it. Here we go. That's not as noticeable. I'm then gonna grab some GS Hypo cement. I like to glue my knots inside. So not at the not like on either end. I prefer to take the needle of the glue and just squish it right inside there. Some came out in between, but that's it. This tube has finally gotten to the point that it doesn't just keep like going, which drives me crazy. Okay, we are going to cut off this other end. And then we will do the exact same thing with the thread burner. And we'll just tap, 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 tap until this one isn't as much because we're going to have the bead on it. And then, like I said, I just need to decide if I want the petals facing downward or upward. Let's see here. I think I like the look of that better. That's my preference. Now we just have to hope that I left enough leather to make a loop. Again, oh, in this instance, I do have a curved 2 bead that I like to use when I'm on the other side, if it's right here, which I don't see it. It's okay. I can do without it. But if you're new to knotting and you're going to be knotting this close to a bead, the curved tubes do make it easier. So again, it just means I'm going to kind of have to stick my tube up further, and then I will slide it down. Sorry. Oh, you have it backwards, Heather. That's why. You want to keep the longer cording up on top. And then I'm just going to go around once, around twice, and this is going to be a little finicky. I might not have left myself enough leather. So instead of getting frustrated, I'm just going to cut a longer length. So that I have more room. And I will pull the sleeve down, which I forgot to do last time, because then I don't actually have to cut the leather. If I just leave it like that, it just looks like part of the knot. So we'll go ahead and glue both sides. When you have trouble getting the needle back into the nozzle, I found that having it pressed up against my finger like that makes it exponentially easier. And I have found that I've never had a problem if I don't wait. Like if maybe there's a little bit of glue on the out part of the leather. I've never had a problem using my thread burner. Okay. Petals down, yes. Okay. Just so you know, if I wasn't on camera, I would have been more than capable of wrapping this. It's just you get on camera and everything that could go wrong does go wrong. It's kind of like, oops, push the tube out. Oh, nice. I thought I lost my knot for a minute. Oh, I might have actually. Yeah, I did. So you have to hold on to where your knot is as you're pulling it out. Otherwise, you can lose your knot. And you saw when I did the last one, it's because I have to keep the tube so far away. That's why I prefer to use a curved one in situations like this. I'm just going to hold on to my knot and tighten it up a little bit, get down closer to the bead, pull tighter. I made myself quite a big knot. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to hold it up against my chest and not under the camera so that okay. I'm going to be okay with it having a larger loop than I may or may not would have preferred otherwise, but it's still just as cute, just like that. So we're gonna cut this. Gonna go in and tan it real quick so I don't forget, and then I'll glue it, and then we'll get started on the necklace portion of this. And I'm sorry if I'm like so behind on chat. I'm sorry. You would rather have the beads. That's good. If she's ready, you'd rather have the beads. The beads, though I do like pieces made, you prefer pieces. Uh-oh, then it went. So yeah. Did oh, that might have been what the issue was. I miss Tammy leaving. Now I feel bad. Oh, oops. Yes, leather. Hi, Anna. Thanks for joining us. Oh, goodness, Gloria. The weather has just been, I'm sorry, I'm going to say it, batshit crazy for the last several weeks. And I don't know. Okay. So now that we did that, we can get on to the easier portion of it, the necklace. So I'm going to find the central point of my leather, and right on one side of it, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to tie a barrel knot. And I'm going to do a 3-wrap barrel knot. Gonna go down through the tube, and I'll show it a little bit slower. I'm sorry. I just did that as if everybody that may be here tonight or may see this later would know how. I did forget to glue this one. And I'm gonna do that now. Otherwise, I might forget to do it later. Yeah. My pin just sank into the bottle. Dang it. I have the worst luck with GS Hypo. Does anybody else? Like, I have had the pin come out of and you have to throw the whole thing away. Now, this time it went in. I don't understand. But yeah, just my luck, right? Okay, which side of this? So it needs to go on this side. We will bring the focal down to the center. I'm gonna redo this because it is gonna bother me. And rather than just finish it up for the live and move on, because I know I will cut it up later, and I don't like doing that. So we're gonna try this again. Don't like how big that loop was. I thought I'd be okay with it, but I wasn't. I'm not. Okay, pull this down to me. There's another knot, I think it's called a fist knot, that is very similar to what I'm doing here look-wise. I came up with this knot and doing it this way because I couldn't figure, like, it has two strands going this way, and then they go this way, and then they go this. It's a whole thing. They use it a lot in dog toys. So like the dogs can chew on it on one end, and then there's a rope. And I love my grandpups and tried to figure it out so I could make them one using organic cotton rope and stuff like that, and it just didn't happen. But Becky actually has a thing where she has like these questions she asks herself. Will it take a lot of time to redo it? Are you okay with what happened instead? Oops, got my finger. Ooh. Things like that. And then the other one was, is it going to bother you to the point that you're going to redo it either now or later? And if those questions work out, however, she's doing, ooh, it's going to be a little blister, but that got me good. Okay, where is the piece of leather I just burned myself on? There it is. Okay, we're going to do. Did we decide petals up or petals down? Now I can't remember. What do you guys think? Petals up or petals down? Like that's that way. I can't decide. 5 inches already, Gloria? And they don't want you on the road. Wow. Hi, Brandy. I hope I didn't miss saying hello. I know, but the GS hypo doesn't bother me at all. It wasn't that got me. It was my thread burner. I really can't decide which way I like this better. I will tell you, Gloria, now that you're here, I opened up this package of Golem beads and it like matches this set right here. And I was like, oh man. Too bad I sold that because it would make an awesome, like, just so, I mean, it's perfect. So, yes, with it up, makes me think of a crown. Okay, got you. I thought that was the way we had it, but I got flustered for a second. I need to turn on a fan. What? I don't know how this one got turned off. Sorry, I got. Okay, now we just need to make the other loop. I'm gonna start it with a very small loop so that when it inevitably grows as I'm wrapping, it will. And like I said, I will demonstrate this better, just not on this pendant. Oh, that's close. That is much better. Yes, that's the size loop I wanted originally. And this is enough leather left over to make a pair of earrings that people were commenting on my necklace or my bracelet, my pearl and leather bracelet, and I have a pair of earrings that I made to go with it. And now that we're into that time of year when we're wanting like the thread and leather and whatnot as our like jewelry choices and options, I need to pull them out because they take no time at all. It's literally one pearl. And they're really cute. They're basically just like a teardrop, but the leather also creates a loop at the top, and that's what you attach to your ear wire. Okay, figure out where the center is, pull all this off so it's not confusing. My camera. Okay, this is the way it goes on, and then I will do the loop on the other side, and this is when I will demonstrate it better. It's going to be so pretty. Love it. So we're just going to put our barrel knot tube right there. We're going to come around. We're going to go once, twice. Let's try that again. I wasn't singing Lionel Richie, right? Isn't that the trick? Once, twice towards your left hand. Otherwise, your wraps will get away from. They will just come undone. If you try to make it the other way, pull that through. I don't know what just happened. The other side of the cord. Got it. Okay. I wish I knew where my curved tube bead was. It would make this much easier because it goes over the curve of the other knots as well as the pendant itself. There we go. So you can see right there, it makes a nice little like knotted section. As long as you don't pull it too tight, as it relaxes, it will curve up more, just like that. And just like a baseball glove or anything else leather, if you really want to train it, you can actually tape it for a couple of days. Just make sure that you use painter's tape. I wouldn't even use white masking tape. The painter's tape is the best way to go. And if you were to put like saran wrap around your leather before you tape it, that's even better because then the tape isn't touching the leather directly. It's just holding it in place for you. So now, do we want to put the bead right there or do we want to go up a little bit? Let's see here. No, I like it right there. That's so pretty. Okay. So I'm going to do another barrel knot. So I'm just going to take my tube bead and I'm going to hold it in my thumb and second finger. I'm going to go once, twice, 3 times, my lady. Kelly mentions that in like a couple of her videos. And so I hear it every time. Every time I make a knot. Okay, let's put the red on the other side. And I have two different reds out. So let's make sure that's the right one. So we're just gonna put this on there. See, that alone right there would be a beautiful necklace. We are, however, gonna go bold because it's a goal of mine. So gonna hold it in my thumb and forefinger again. I'm just gonna wrap once, twice, 3 times. Come over, put it back through the tube, pull the tube off, get your knot where you want it to go. You don't want to ever indent your finger into the leather, but you can hold like your nail up against the knot portion in order to get it close enough. And I don't like my beads like, I like them to have a little bit of room. That way they don't mess with the leather as much. You have a golem stash? Well, then it will go perfect with that pendant, my dear, because the colors in that are just bananas. Okay. I wish I had this bead in this dusty room. I might have to make an additional order to my MTO. And I definitely need more of those because I also have this big one. And I use the big one because it's meant for something else. That's why. Okay. And then I'm just going to finish it up, but I think I am going to leave a bit of space right here, and then I'm going to do a knot. Well, is that what I want to do? Let's put it on the leather and make sure that's what I like. He was out there playing with the puppies. He's so funny. Okay. Do I want it right there, or do I want it? I think I want it right there. I also have the orange, but I don't think it's the right orange. This is more of like a light pinky coral. Yeah, that's not the right color. Okay, I think I'm just gonna finish it off with these beautiful pink beads. I'm gonna knot it, and then I will do an adjustable knot up at the top. Or, oh my goodness. Please, please, please be in here. They're not. Oh, wait, there might be. There's one of them. Let me text Steve. Maybe he pulled them out of here. Just a second. Let's see if he knows. Because I have these right here, but they're too small. And drilling the hole wouldn't work right here. It would have to be in the water with the stuff. Or pearls get very hot very quickly. Oh, wait. We may be in luck, ladies.
What do you need?
Large hole pearls, but I think I just found some. They're a little bit darker mauve color. Oh,
I was going to give you these ones.
yeah, I want bigger ones because these are big.
Oh, okay.
Beads. Yeah.
Say goodnight. They can't talk to you because you're.
Mwah. I love you, Squishy. I love you. Do you want to say hi?
Put the camera.
Do you want to say hi to everybody? Huh? Look. Can you say hi? Hi.
She's like, no, I'm tired.
I love you. Oh, where'd you go? What are you doing?
Okay. I'll steal the phone.
What?
They called me because you weren't answering.
No. What happened? Was Gigi busy? Yes. Really? I'm sorry I was busy. Well, I will text mommy and see if you are still awake when I'm done, okay? All right. Mwah. What? She loves this. I love you. Mwah. Here's Pop.
I switched.
I don't know why, but she loves when I go up like close to the camera like that. She thinks it's the funniest thing. So, okay, so I have the mauve large-hole pearls right here. Do not fall. Okay, let's see if they're gonna be the right size. I have great big ivory ones. Come on, go through. I don't think that's too small, and it almost creates a little bit of an ombre effect because the pearl is just slightly darker than the oval. So let's do it. Woohoo, I'm excited. Okay, thumb and forefingers like that. Once, twice, 3 times. You're gonna go in through the tube bead. Oops. Don't get hung up on your pendant. Hold the knot so you can fix it. There we go. We'll put the other largest one on right there. We will grab our tube bead off the other side of the leather. I'm going to try to walk. There it goes. Okay. That one was a little bit too far away. Go up and under once, twice, and 3 times. If you are new to knotting or have not knotted before, I will tell you that it really is best to start with the matte or natural leather over the like shinier leather, because the shinier leather, the knots don't hold as well. Like you got to pull them a lot harder. You've got to glue them. You're more likely to lose your knot when you're trying to situate things. It's just the whole thing that isn't fun at all. So I'm kind of wishing I had more of these because I have more of the mauve pearls. Ba, ba, ba. Nope, it's okay. Go ahead and we'll put our other lentil beads on just like that. And if I want to do a second pull, pearl, sorry, I will have to use chain up around the side, but that wouldn't be a problem. So we'll see what it looks like once I get everything on the leather. Pardon. I had a tangerine like forever ago. Wash my hands twice. My nails stain so easily. I like that. Once, twice, 3 times. That one's right up over the top, but it will be okay. But then we don't have to worry about moving the knots much. So see, this is what happens with all my knotting projects. I, for some reason, forget how to knot. Okay. Another pearl, ladies? What do you think? What do you think? Yeah, I'm still here. It took a minute for me to come back on, but yes. Yeah, the echoing. We're gonna get it fixed, and maybe I'll probably have her on Wednesday evening or something. So, what do you think? Do I do one more of the pearls, or do I leave it without the pearl? I don't think that it would necessarily force me to have to do a class because it's still a pretty good length if I even after I do the last pearl. I get it, Kim. I know it was a pity, but our youngest son was actually dealing with some issues today, and I had told Beth that it was a possibility I may had to leave the live to go and like if he needed to talk, and he did. So that's why it took me a minute to come back on. What is this, part 3? Yeah. Yeah, Brandy, I think you're right. I think I am gonna go with one more pearl. Again, you're gonna hold the 2 bead in your second finger and your thumb. And you're just gonna wrap once, twice, 3 times. And I find this works better than trying to like hold the 2 bead like all the way up and whatever else. You can see my knot is on there and I haven't even gone to the tube yet. It's just an easier way to hold the tube and to keep control of it. So then you switch hands, obviously, and put the leather through the tube bead and pull the knot into place. And again, I don't like my knots to be like where there's too much tension. And you can see the leather is already curving nicely just because the way that we've held it as I've been doing knots. So it doesn't take any time to train the 2 barrel knots to kind of curve upward, but it's so much fun. I love knotting. Absolutely love it. It's like if anybody ever asks me my favorite, this hole doesn't want to cooperate, but let me see where's now I have another. Yes. Yes. There's the other one, and this one seems to have a larger hole. Again, if ever you are going to drill a pearl out, do it under cold water. The pearl gets so hot so fast, and you will burn yourself. So just be very careful. It also goes faster, but be prepared to have to clear it out after you're done because all the dust will get all stuck up in there. And if you don't clear it out completely, it will harden almost like a clay. So you gotta be careful. Once, twice, 3 times. Oh, Kim, you and Brandy, you guys missed the raccoon. I will show you that in just a second. So Vlad's partner here in the US does porcelain rather than ceramics. And I went and I saw this that I got to make my sister something. And I bought these beautiful porcelain beads to go with it. And then I'm going to add turquoise into it. But Steve wanted to get her this, and it's a bead. And I decided I need to go back and get the other animals so I can make a little leather knotted totem pole on one side of the leather. I think it would look so awesome. I'm trying to remember how much this one was. So, well, it doesn't say on here. Does it say on the paper? See, she even gives like a whole thing how to care for the porcelain beads. I don't remember. We got the raccoon, the porcelain beads, and the focal, and it was like 60 something dollars, so it wasn't cheap. But she's having an exhibit. She's part of an exhibit the first week of March, and she's going to be on next Sunday. So if you see anything during that, Beading Besties is going on the road. So if you see something when we're at her studio that you just have to have, let me know. And then all I did was a little knot at the bottom of this, and I pulled the loop down in. So it's like the leather version of a knotted head pin that I like to do. And then I just make a loop and put it on. So yeah, I know, right? It's so great. But may always safer to drill in water any shell or pearls. Not good to get into our airways. Yes, you do. You mean mask always, I think you said. It is not good. It's very dangerous. Thank you, Anna, because I should have said that. So I really, really appreciate that you said it, because that is an important thing. You should wear a mask whenever you are drilling out pearls or glass beads, porcelain beads, clay beads. Regardless of what you're doing, you don't need to inhale that dust into your lungs because it's going to make into mud inside your lungs. So it's not good. But yeah, she's like an hour away from us, Tim. But yeah, it's out where Steve goes. Look at this one. This was the focal that came with this bead. And I think it's absolutely beautiful. So I was saying maybe I do beads up this side and then I stack the little animals up the other side. I think it would be a beautiful piece. It would be an expensive piece, but it would be beautiful. Okay. I don't know if this is going to be long enough. Where are my rulers? I don't know. So we're going to do a try thing. It depends on how short I want it. Because if I want it shorter, I can put it on, but I don't think it will go over my head. I don't think I have enough leather to go over my head. So I'm going to have to finish this out with cordons. We still haven't put my little things back on. My lazy Susans that I've had. Kim, I'm gonna post my unboxing of all of the golem beads I got. I got a lot of things. So, and I have more coming. So I'm probably going to do, I'm gonna include some in the sales. So maybe I'll do that with the pearl sale. So thank you, babe. I just need the gold findings. What? Are you still on the phone with her? I knew she'd be on the phone. I just got to do these last things.
You got so many gold findings in that place.
Right here.
The rings? Not the jump rings?
I will need jump rings,
Sure.
yes.
That's it?
And a class. There's clasps in here. I'm good.
Okay.
Okay. So these are some of the clasps I like to use. They're very easy to use. I don't quite want this as long as it is right now. So I'm going to cut about 1.5 inches off of the leather on either side so it's not quite as long. And then I'm just going to find the correct size, which is this. I am going to go ahead and tan this before I close it off so you don't see the raw leather sticking out at the top. And remember, tap, tap, tap. You want to tan, not burn the leather. And then you are going to put it into the little finding until you can see it in the top, but isn't sticking out into the loop. You grab a pair of Randy pliers or just some thin nose pliers. Go in between, do a little squish. Ooh, these ones are strong. Do a little squish, go to the other side, do a little squish. You don't want to squeeze so hard that you break the center away from the top and the bottom. So if you squeeze too hard, it will actually break right there and on the other side as well. And then your clasp will fail and it will come out eventually because the metal is now sharp right there where it broke. So you just want to be very careful. Oh, right here. And these come as small as like 1 millimeter. So this is 1.5 inch leather. And you can see I like to do mine just like there's a little lip under the top. That's where I like to put these. Oh, let's make sure we match these up properly. You don't want one facing one way and one facing the other way. So now I have it lined up. Good thing I saw that because it was backwards. And then you're just going to swish. You're going to go to the other side. You're going to swish again. And then we're just going to grab some jump rings and a clasp. And we will be good to go. And so it's good though. We are accomplishing something. I'm going to swap this out later for oval jump rings. Well, not necessarily. These ones are really thick and strong. So I really like these jump rings. I forgot I had those. These are 18 karat gold plated and they are 18 gauge. So they're very nice. And this only has my smaller lobster claws. So I will probably change that out afterwards. But I normally have 2 large lazy Susans right in front of my bead mat. And one has all the beads, like the current bead boxes, as well as my like go-tos all the time. So open that up. We're going to stick it on to our, okay. Like I said, these are 18 karat, 18 gauge jump rings. So they're really tight and strong. There we go. Grab the other one. I'll just swap out the clasp because this is a small clasp. And I don't mind a small clasp for a bracelet But on a necklace, I like, oh, Heather, you have to put the clasp on. I like to have a bigger clasp. So, but I mean, this is still a good clasp. It's a double loop. So I prefer the double loop lobster claws over single loop ones. So there we go. And some people like to make it so that their clasp can just go through the loop at the end of this, which is perfectly okay. I just like to use a bigger jump ring so that it's not as fiddly. But okay, ladies, we had technical difficulties. We had echoing. I had to restart this live as a brand new stream 3 times, but we have success at the end of all of them. In the face of adversity, we have triumph. So I'm excited. I think it's a beautiful piece. Oh, I'll send you the link, Kim. You don't even know. It's a game changer. I think it holds 40 of the small ones by themselves. So, night, Rosanna, love you. They're actually bowls that sit up, so they're not going to knock over while you spin it. And I absolutely love it so much. We'll send it to you. And I know I need to send you the SKU list. I will absolutely do so in the morning. I'm kind of exhausted after everything. I'm not the Energizer Bunny. Well, here's our necklace. And it's gonna hit right there. That's perfect. It's not too low. You could put a chain extender in case you wanted to wear it longer, but I like it. I'm very happy with it. Thank you guys for sticking with us, your troopers. I adore you all. And I will see you tomorrow morning, actually. So, or tomorrow afternoon. But yes, it's so handy, Kim. Like, it has kept my desk clean because I can just stack them right back in there. And I like using these, and I sort my bead boxes in these so I can see all of this. And see, I have big ivory pearls. I'm going to show how to make this bracelet. It's pretty easy. But the earrings that I know how to make to go with it are really pretty, so it'll be good. But thank you, Anna. I appreciate it. Alrighty, I will see you at Randy's, Kim, and I will see the rest of you tomorrow at noon. And as always, I love you guys. Thanks for everything, and happy beading.